Hi, I'm Dave Halberstadt, and which I'm sure you all know, I don't need to announce myself. Week 7 of HR 405 is about developing employees through professional development and motivating employees through compensation, or Chapter 11 is how to get employees to do what you want them to do through pay. That's another way of putting it. I don't want to sound cynical, but that's what it's about. There are 2 discussion board questions this week, as usual. They're due on the normal dates. Your peer review posts are due on the normal dates. There's a practice test at the end of Chapter 7, which I want all of you to take, because in week 9, or excuse me, week 10, you have a final, which is essentially a second midterm over Chapters 8 through the end of the course. I sent all of you a detailed email over the weekend or last week on your critical analysis paper of a peer-reviewed article less than 3 years old. So you should all have that information. I haven't got any questions from any of you, so you must understand it. If you do have questions on the email I sent out on the critical analysis paper, please let me know. The easiest way to find one on an HR subject that has to do with any of the topics we've covered in the text is to ask a librarian, a reference librarian, for help, or go into the library, go into the City Library tab in Blackboard and into the database, and if you can find an article that's less than 3 years old, that's great. Make sure if you have any question, it has to be peer-reviewed articles. So in the browser, type in the library browser, type in peer-reviewed HR article less than 3 years, or just peer-reviewed HR article. You have to see when the article is published, or the date of it, to make sure it's less than 3 years old. Okay, that's about all I've got. I've covered what the week 7 is about. I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. The reading for week 7 is chapters 10 and 11. So make sure that you get that done. And for the in-class group, we'll be discussing 10 and 11 tomorrow in class at CityU headquarters. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you have a great week.